It's rolling.
We're rolling? Okay.
Rolling.
We are discussing reptiles. We're going to finish those guys up today. Very exciting that we're going to be doing our dissection. Yay.
Like of a frog?
Yes. Coat games.
Did we get to wear gloves? Like lots of them?
Get to wear one pair of gloves.
One pair? Do we get
That's all you need.
scalpels?
Excited. Yes, we get scalpels and scissors.
Yeah, that's joking.
Alright, but we'll discuss more about that tomorrow. For today, we're just going to talk about reptiles. Alright, we were discussing lizards and the differences between lizards and snakes. And I think we might have gotten through all of this. But we had been discussing snakes on Friday, and lizards are in the same order. They're still in order Squamata, but lizards, of course, have legs where snakes don't. Lizards have ears, snakes don't. Lizards have eyelids, snakes don't. They also have, they don't have the special scales called scutes because they don't need them. Snakes use that for a different type of movement, and so lizards, their scales are all the same over their entire body. All right, but lizards are the largest group of reptiles. Species can be found in lots of different habitats, from deserts to rainforests. You have some that are like geckos, little geckos, very tiny. They cling and they have special toes for climbing. Those that climb trees, I think chameleons also like trees as well, and so they have toes designed for grasping branches. Then you have these large, different lizards, large lizards that live on the land or in desert terrain. So they have a variety of habitats, many different unique characteristics. You have chameleons, which of course can change color, and they change in response to light, temperature, excitement level. It has a tail. It can actually wrap around a branch as well. It's what's called a prehensile tail. Those are chameleons, so they have these special structures that make them different. You have some that are venomous, in particular the Gila monsters in the southwest United States, and then the Mexican beaded lizard, which is in Mexico, of course. They actually have venom glands in their lower jaw. So they don't have special fangs like snakes do, but they will clamp onto their prey, and then they release the venom in their saliva. And then they'll chew on their victim, and then the saliva goes into the victim and paralyzes it. Humans don't really have to worry about it because they're kind of slow-moving lizards. Don't really think, if you see one, you can just walk away, basically. Don't have to worry about it. But this is their hunting, one of the ways they hunt and paralyze their prey.
How big are these lizards?
I don't think they're very big.
Yeah, but they're going to do anything to you?
No. Even if you got bit by one, I don't think it would, maybe it would hurt a little bit. But I don't think it's like snake venom, but I could be wrong. The Komodo dragons, which, have you guys seen the Google Doodle today? It was about Komodo dragons. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what is this? It was on my phone, so I didn't, all it did when I clicked on it was go to some little video about Komodo dragons.
I think.
But they are the largest of the lizards. Let's see, I don't remember the numbers. They can reach a length of 10 feet and can weigh up to around 300 pounds. But these reptiles do live on the island of Komodo in Indonesia. I think it's a national park over there. They are protected animals, but you really wouldn't want to be around one. I don't think they're very friendly.
They're saliva.
It might be. It doesn't say they have venom, but maybe it has a lot of bacteria in it.
Yeah.
That would be not good for if you got bitten by one. And they are large enough to take down a human. They can also swim and run and climb, so that you wouldn't want to mess with a Komodo dragon.
They catch you.
Yeah, and they're quite large.
You say climb?
Yes, they can climb as well.
Do it. Make it
That's not
table.
And it may have been mistaken for a dragon. I mean, it's called a Komodo dragon, and maybe this is where some of the stories of dragons came from, because then they also, use their tongue. They have the Jacobson's organs, so their tongue is constantly going out. It's really bright red. And Maybe look like fire, you never know. It's kind of like a fire-breathing dragon.
It's fire! No, that's a tongue.
No, they don't have wings. So they can't fly.
Can you
All right.
across the way?
So, oh, you were almost done. I did email you the notes. I don't know if you got it or not.
And we should get
There was no Wi-Fi. My phone shut off at the hotel.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I wonder if I can catch up.
Alright.
No. This is calm or something.
That's not working, by the way. Not working. I wish it was.
Okay, we're going to move on to the next order, which is order Testudinata. The turtles.
Yes.
fancy name.
Turtles and tortoises, really.
Oh, Lord.
The term turtle refers to the aquatic animals, and tortoise refers to the land dwellers, although people do use them interchangeably. The largest tortoises, of course, are the giant tortoises of the Galapagos Islands. They can weigh close to 600 pounds. So they're quite large. The largest of the turtles are the leatherback. Wow, they can weigh up to 1,500 pounds.
That's pretty.
That is huge. But they do spend their life in the water, and they only come on shore to lay eggs.
It's a toil.
Toil.
I like
I ever seen one that big. I'm chilling out with Venus. I'm like, oh.
But why? It's
So do your
it's in the
gallagers.
water, first of all, and
Well,
it's
because
not.
essentially they
Well, your
eggs.
scrawny arms could not pick up that turtle.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's probably like outweighs your dog by 10 times at least.
Cody, and some of them are actually endangered, so if you
Yeah.
shoot them, then you'd be in jail.
Endangered? I'm sorry.
But
yeah,
that's
they're
not a problem because, you know.
That means that the Indians before us dropped rocks on it too.
Okay,
No.
the shell of the turtle is divided. The hard upper part, the dorsal part, is called the carapace. And then the ventral part is called the plastron. Okay, so the dorsal part, that's the, like I said, the part on its back. It's the carapace, part on its belly, the plastron. And they are vertebrates, but their backbone is usually fused into the shell. So, I always think of cartoons with turtles, you know, they take their shells off or whatever.
Yeah.
They can't actually do that because their backbone is fused to the shell. And then some of them, of course, you know, their head and their limbs and their tail will protrude, but there are some species that can actually pull everything in and kind of hide, like the box turtle is a common one. They have little trapdoors and that closes, so they're nice and protected.
Does the shell grow with the
yeah.
turtle?
What?
Does the shell grow?
The shell grows with them, yeah.
They just born like full adult.
The turtles, if they don't have the flippers like leatherbacks and sea turtles do, most of the time they do have claws on the end of their limbs, and that's for digging and you know, probably helping them with food and pulling food apart and everything, or for the land that they walk on. But of course, if they're sea turtles, they have flippers, so no claws there.
And they're not dangerous.
Yes, that is a common turtle here in the U.S. is the alligator snapper. It can reach lengths of 2 feet and weight of 150 pounds. They like to camouflage their body and they'll wait in fresh water with their mouth open. And they attract, their little tongue looks kind of like a worm. There's a
I just
little
put like a
bulb
baby
on their tongue that looks like a
bird.
worm, and something comes close.
That's why I had
It's an alligator snapper.
had his mouth open and had like a sharp like little.
Their jaws are very powerful and sharp. They don't
Yeah.
necessarily have teeth, but they have really sharp jaws.
I knew I wouldn't have killed a turtle for no reason.
But they're called snappers for a reason because they snap.
So you didn't kill that kind of turtle.
Now, these guys, and you'll actually do this when we dissect the frog, they have what's called a nictitating membrane. These frogs have it as well. They have 2 eyelids, upper and lower eyelid, but then they have this membrane called the nictitating membrane, and it acts like goggles for when they're in the water. It protects their eyes.
Derek, you ever watch Back to the Future videos?
Why do we bring up Back to the
I don't
Future?
know.
I just thought, because he never watched it, I was gonna reference it later today.
I also never watched the Matrix.
Is that why
Zach goes references all
is that why your watch is looks like the Thrust Master?
Yes.
Flux capacitor.
Or is that what you wanted to show me yesterday?
Yes, this is what I wanted to show you yesterday.
Is that a new watch?
How's that even a watch?
Look, that lights up. So let's see, it's like around 8:20. So 8, 20,
I don't see it.
1. Okay, you're like far away.
8, 2, 1.
8:21, and then it's got the.
What is
the
it?
month,
Is it
the
digital
day.
too?
Mm-hmm. And it's got down there. It's got the year, the
That's
month, and
weird.
the day,
Wait, I want to see.
like that.
That's cool.
If you go back in time, will it change automatically?
There, it's got that like March 6th.
No, remember when he sent the dog ahead by a minute? The
One.
clock was off by
Well, there's 8. 20. Zach. 1.
What? Nictitating membrane, yes. All right, now, turtles do not have teeth. Most of them don't anyway. I think the leatherbacks, I saw a picture recently and they have weird, inside their mouth, it's very weird.
I think I saw that too. Was that no. I saw some animal like inside his mouth and it was really weird.
Yeah, it's like all these weird teeth and
Yeah, it's like they're not like hard teeth. They're
No.
like little kind of spiky
protrusions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
That's
think
what
because
saw.
of what it eats. Because they're giant. I mean, leatherbacks are huge, so they have these really big
That's
mouths.
definitely what I
But they use their beaks-like structure. They're not necessarily a beak like a bird, but they're these tough, bony structures, and they can cut and tear their food that way. Now, of course, some tortoises eat vegetation, so that's a little bit different. But the ones that eat carnivores are, you know, like I said, the alligator snapper, their jaws are really tough, and when they snap, they can break bone. And the ones that do like the water, so turtles, even if they're not sea turtles, but other turtles, when they're in the water, they can basically hide because their nostrils are up really high on their nose, like right on the top end of their nose structure, and they can put the rest of their body under the water, so all that's above the water is the nostrils, so they can breathe. So they can hide in the water that way. Maybe their eyes.
How long can sea turtles stay underwater?
I don't know.
I heard about 30 minutes.
It's a while, yeah. It's quite a while compared to a human, I guess. But they're efficient at holding their breath. But I would say it's not like hours. It's maybe at the most an hour, but 30 minutes. It's the females do, of course, lay their eggs and abandon them. They do hide them, like sea turtles, they bury them in the sand, and but other land turtles do. They make a nest and then they lay the eggs and then sweep dirt or whatever over the eggs and then just leave. So there's no parental care provided. The young survive on instinct once they're hatched, if the eggs don't get discovered by a predator and get eaten.
I ate eggs this morning.
But they were bird eggs or chicken eggs, and not
Yes,
fertilized
not
eggs.
fertilized.
There's a difference there.
Yeah, that's
Wait, could you pull like
one of the
other animal eggs?
Could you eat other animal eggs? I assume you could, because I know there's turtle eggs that people eat, and duck eggs.
What the snake?
Huge.
Thing.
They're massive.
Puppy nasty.
Let me see if I can get a feature.
That's something.
There's some scrambled egg in it.
What?
Some scrambled egg.
1940.
All right, moving on to the next order is the order Crocodilia.
Hello.
Nathan?
So, how was that bridge, Nathan? Welcome, Wathan.
Interesting.
Welcome, Wathan.
You've been at this both days. Evans, you're not the only one
Not the only one what?
that had too much work to do listening.
Oh,
What happened to our little saying?
oh, true.
Just kidding. Very
Okay,
serious.
crocodiles. Let's talk about them.
Saturday morning cooked food.
Crocodiles are weak.
So this not only includes alligators and crocodiles, it also includes caimans, which look like smaller
It's a portion.
crocodiles, I believe, or smaller alligators. And then you have what are called gharials.
So there's
Gharials have like long pointed snouts, like really skinny pointed snouts. Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Weird.
The rest of their body looks like a normal like alligator or crocodile, but their snout is like really thin. The largest known reptiles in the world are saltwater crocs. They're usually found in India, China, Australia, New Guinea, and the Philippines. Their average length is 14 to 16 feet, but one specimen was 28 feet long,
cool.
which is probably about the size of this room.
Awesome.
Oh
That's
my
the kind of
goodness.
thing.
No.
I think it was
Oh.
That is a very large crocodile.
That's a
killer croc.
Did you see the video of that one walking across the golf course recently?
No, I did not.
Yeah, that was freaky.
There was one recently.
Was it in Florida?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was an alligator. Oh my goodness. It was one of those things that looks so totally photoshopped, but it was like
They thought it was fake.
they thought it was fake for a while, and then so many people look into the video. But it was like in the middle of a golf,
So in the middle of the day?
Mm-hmm. Middle of the day, people playing golf, and this huge, like dinosaur-looking alligator comes just walking by, and it looks like two people in a suit. It's so big.
Oh,
It's
really?
like, it was insane.
Huh.
Just
But they
walk-
verified it? That it was
Yeah.
real?
Mhm. The video wasn't fake, it was a real alligator, and they've heard of it there before.
Was
They
there
just-
water there?
Step right.
Was there water? Like,
Yeah, there's
there?
always, golf course, usually there's water around. It was like, just a mess, yeah. There was like lakes and stuff.
Do you know where in Florida it was?
Not quite sure.
I mean, I'm not surprised by alligators on a golf course, but
Yeah,
the
they're-
size of it sounds kind of surprising.
Size of it was
About
insane.
cracking.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Golf
There are a
this
lot of
weekend.
alligators and stuff on golf courses in Florida, but
Yeah.
it was big. It was scary big.
Yeah, actually, the golf course has named it, actually.
They have.
Yeah, it's like Bob or something.
Of course.
Mom bugs be gone. For extermination.
That's the Lego that maybe as soon as they're exterminated, I was like, oh.
Alright, so these are the largest living reptiles. The gharial, by the way, the little that really super pointed snout with sharp teeth, it likes fish, so it helps it with fishing. And then the caimans, like I said, they're similar to small alligators. Now, you can tell the difference, not that you would really want to, I guess, if you want to get close to one, but you can actually tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile based on their snout and their teeth, alright? So, alligator has a more blunt, thick snout, and when the mouth is closed, the teeth do not protrude.
I'm gonna leave it.
Whereas a crocodile has, it's not necessarily like super thin, but it's thinner than a gator,
They
a
look like
thinner,
a
more
peanut.
pointed
It's
snout.
like this, kind of like gets really thin and widens
Yeah.
out a bit again.
Mhm. And also their teeth will protrude when their mouth is closed. So, I don't know why.
Does it really matter the difference because they both can kill you? So,
Well, crocodiles, they won't
crocodiles
kill you.
can. The
Wait,
saltwater
others-
croc kills about 2,000 people every year.
Awesome. What? Crocodiles want to kill you, alligators
wait,
don't.
so the crocodiles are those ones that run
So
fast?
6 of the 23 crocodile species will attack and eat things.
They swim,
They
dude.
stand up, don't
They
They're like-
swim.
Well, no,
What do you mean
wait,
they
alligators-
stand up?
They both swim. Alligators and crocodiles.
I mean, they can walk, but like they don't run after you.
you're gonna square up to you. Come
They
back.
like stand up on their 4 legs and they like run after you.
They're slow. Not when swimming, but when.
Maybe it's a different.
We have to watch out for the tail too.
Oh, they use
So
their
they can
tails?
swing their tail around.
Oh, that's real?
Trip you up.
Mhm.
Oh.
Oh, Jared.
And then they eat your leg off.
It was.
So the alligators, are they just not as aggressive?
I don't think they are. Not necessarily that you would want to be around one. But, I mean, people deal with gators here in Florida quite a bit, because especially in Central and South Florida, you can find gators in any kind of
platform in the water, and
water holes, basically. They like
oh, like you're all tensed up waiting for the alligator to snap.
There's nuisance gators all the time.
The water.
Quiet, please.
like a bay, I guess it was. I don't even know. You know how people have like houses like on water in Pensacola, and like it was, but it wasn't. I don't know what kind of water it was, but it wasn't salt water. But we saw like a shark, like one of those smaller sharks,
Right,
and like
right.
what was it doing not in salt water?
It's brackish.
Because I thought that was super weird. I honestly, at first I didn't believe it. 'Cause I was like, wait, this is so confusing. But then I saw it, and it wasn't like huge or anything. It was
Well, we
just, like,
see bass in our saltwater, and that's because there's a way it sort of connects to where Nathan lives, which his backyard is freshwater. It's also close. It's like
I was gonna say, it's probably where it's a slight mix of fresh and, like, it's not as salty as the Gulf or the ocean, but it's not completely freshwater, so.
Yeah,
It was enough to sustain that shark.
They have bull sharks in the St. John's and Jacksonville, even though it's a brackish water, but if you go upstream, it's fresh water.
Oh, okay.
Aquarius, Joe.
These guys also can kind of hide in the water. Their eyes and nostrils are on the top of their head. And they can just be in the water and glide smoothly through the water. Although, you know, maybe you're in the water and then all of a sudden that log moves.
Yeah, it looks like a log.
Yeah, it wasn't a log, it was a gator, most likely.
So many of them.
Okay.
And then if it sees something it wants to eat,
Goodbye.
yeah, it uses its jaws, clamps. It has a really tremendous force with its jaws, and then it does what's called the death roll, right? So it will grab and spin. And if it's in water, by the way, when it's doing that, which it mostly does this in water, and it kind of pulls its victim down and drowns it or tears it apart. But when it's doing that, it doesn't have to worry about getting water in its own body because it basically has all these little flaps that close. There's one at the back of its throat so it doesn't swallow the water, its eyes close, there's little flaps over its ear canals that will close, and so it can just spin and roll in the water until whatever it's trying to eat dies.
I heard that it doesn't have much opening power on its jaws, but the closing power is like everything.
Right, that's why man can, when they
Yeah,
tape,
when they're
they can
wrestling.
tape it or they just hold it with their
Yeah.
hands. Now, the big thing was if they're wrestling one that's big, it can move still. And it's got really powerful muscles, and the tail, like I said, you have to watch the tail because it can whip that around. But holding the jaw, yes, you can actually hold it closed, with just a small amount of force, and they can use duct tape or electrical tape to close. But yeah, it's the closing power that it has, not necessarily opening. And they are oviparous, meaning that they lay eggs, so it's internal fertilization, and then they lay eggs. And they do protect their eggs. They will put them in protected mounds, and the mama gator or crocodile will stay nearby the nest, attack anyone that comes close, anyone or anything that comes close to it. And the baby gators will hatch out. My husband says he's heard them quite a bit. They make little peeping noises to signal to their mother that they want out, and she'll go dig them out and carry them back to the water in her jaws, believe it or not. And protect. I don't know how long they stay with her, though. But I guess for a period of time until they're a certain size, I would assume. Separate from the mother. But it's the only reptiles that protect their young. All the other reptiles will just lay eggs and abandon them.
Because screw your children.
I would assume maybe they don't lay as many eggs as other reptiles. They only lay a few at a time. All right, and this is the last order of reptiles, order Rhynchocephalia. It is called the Tuatara. Tuatara is about 24 inches in length, found near New Zealand, islands near New Zealand. That's the only place you can find it. There's, I think there's 2 different species of them.
This is the one where it squirts blood out of his eyes.
Oh, I've never heard that before.
Remember, yeah, that's one of those lizards or whatever.
Yeah.
It is a lizard. It kind of looks like a lizard, but there's some differences, like its skull and its teeth arrangement make it different. I've never heard the whole squirting blood out of its eyes. It does?
Yeah, one of them does that.
Oh,
It's a defense.
that's odd. Is that a lizard that does that though?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
some sort of
It's weird.
reptile.
That would be weird. But Tuatara means spine bearer. They have these little spines on their heads. They actually, and the reason they're so, there's not many of these is because they actually remain in an egg for a year. Yes, they spend over a year within their egg, and there's no parental care. And so they're very susceptible to predators because they're in this egg for so long. And so New Zealand, or this area in New Zealand, is a good environment for them.
So one of those eggs you could have eaten could have been a tuatara egg.
Pretty sure what tastes that.
They are protected though. They actually do have, this is what's unique about them, they have this light sensitive structure on the top of their head. It almost looks like it's not necessarily an eye like eyeballs, but they consider it a third eye. It's this area that just like maybe it's depressed on its head, and it looks. I saw a picture of it recently, and it was. Can't think of how to describe it, but. Your book doesn't really show one. But it has this third eye, and in adults though it's not really functioning. It might be covered by scales, but in the young it might still be there, and it's just for light sensitivity. You can't actually see with it. And it's really it's more sensitive to the length of day. Did you find a picture? It doesn't have a close-up of its third eye, but it does show a picture of the tuatara.
Yeah, that's not the one.
Oh, okay. Not the blood eye, blood squirting.
So. Oh, one was really tiny.
Funny with that.
I think that's actually all I got for today, guys. I just don't know if there's, I don't think there's a until the second period.
Awesome. That's great. That's absolutely fabulous.
Evans, are you gonna be at Android 12?
Yeah.
Jerry?
Probably.
Yeah, will you back on? Did you see? Of course, we
I don't know if they're meeting in the library right
The
now.
goodies still took after the